All right, welcome back to the Queen of Web Academy channel. So today we want to proceed with our JavaScript basic learning. So today we are going to be talking about JavaScript interaction. How do we interact with our environment? We need a demo environment where we'll be seeing what we are doing and be able to confirm if exactly what we want is exactly what we are getting. All right. So in this case, we'll be using browser as our demo environment. Now we need to. So in this video, we are going to be seeing some functions to interact with the user. So we will be talking about the alert, the prompt, and the confirm. But before we move into this in details, I have created my two files, which is the HTML file and the JavaScript. So here I have tried to link my JavaScript with my HTML by calling script inside this uh, HTML file. Then, as I always say, okay, before this, let me try to open our live server. Yeah, and as I always say, I always make sure you confirm if you have successfully connected. So by using console.log, so successfully connected. So this is our HTML file being opened here on our browser. So if we can see this successfully connected in our console, that means they are connected already. So you come to inspect and then you go to your console. So successfully connected, okay. So that's been done. Then let's move to why we are here today. So the very first one we want to be talking about is alerts. This one you have been seeing it already. We have been using alerts since. So it shows a message and wait for the user to press OK. So for example, let me say alert and say hello. So this is it. So this is going to wait for you to press OK. Hmm. So we call this mini window. The mini window with the message is called we call it a modal window. Modal in the sense that word modal means that the visitor can't interact with the rest of the page. Let me try to rephrase this. They cannot interact with the rest of the page. Anything you press there, maybe you are trying to press on a button or you are trying to type something, it's everything is going to be on hold until you press this OK. So until you press this OK, the rest of the page they are going to be on. You won't be able to interact with it until you press this OK. So that is what a modal is. That is what a modal does. Okay. So that is it, alert. We can use it's just as simple as that. You can use it to pass out any message there and it's going to do that. We have been using it a lot. So don't let us waste much time on it. The next one we want to be using now is our prompt. So for prompt, it accepts two arguments. The first one title and the second one default. So let's say I want to declare a variable and I say const or list anyone you want to use. Let's say I say const result and the result is prompt. So inside this now, this is a function. We call them a function. So inside this now, we're going to be passing two things. The first one, the title. So you're going to take two parameters. The first one, title, and the second one, default. The title is the text that is going to be shown to the visitor, to the website user. So that is the title. While the default is that one is optional anyway. It's the second parameter and it has to do with the initial value for the input field. Let me say, okay, let's first say I want to declare age. Let's say age is equal to, then I will say prompt, or let's say name. We have been using age. Let's say name. and I will say prompt. So inside this place now, I can just say that is the first thing is what is your name? So that is the title. What is your name? And the second parameter it's going to take is the default value, like the default value of this. You know this name now, we need to assign a value to it, right? But I want a user to be the one to put in that particular value that we want. But we can put a kind of default there that will be an option. So maybe to tell the user exactly what you want, something like something related to what you want. So let me just say, in this case, I want to say Fatima. Putting Fatima alone will tell the user, okay, I only want your name. But let's say I say Fatima Olayode. So if I say Fatima Olayode, this is going to tell the user that, okay, I want your name and your surname. So in this case, if I just, let me remove this. If I just alert name now, sorry, let me use this and say your name. Okay, no, I can just say welcome. That is the kind of message you get on the browser that actually mention your name. Welcome, and then what am I going to put there? I want your name to show there. Can you see what I'm trying to do now? So let's come here now. I need to comment this out so that I don't take much of our time. And then, so this one is saying, what is your name? And I say Fatima Olayode. If I just click OK with this value, I am the one who actually put this here. So if I just click OK like this, it's going to tell me, welcome Fatima Olayode. Meanwhile, my name is not Fatima, right? So definitely, I would want to change that value. So let's do it again. And a user can just come here and edit whatever is here. Okay, no, I'm not Fatima. My name is Habeebah Aleilo. Then once I say okay, it's going to say welcome Habeebah Aleilo. So that is how it works. You see, the second parameter is actually optional, but if we don't supply it, some browser like Internet Explorer will insert text undefined into the prompt. So it's going to say it is undefined. So in order to, and you don't know the kind of browser that your users are actually using, right? So to play safe, always make sure you put something there. At worst, you can make it empty. At worst, make it empty. As in this case, I will remove this Fatima and then make it empty like this. So you just say what is your name and this. So this case is not going to say undefined like that because I've already put something there. Or I can just say name and surname. I can just say first name and surname or your full name, something like that. I can just say your full name. So this is going to pass a kind of information. All right. The next one we want to talk about is confirm. Is confirm. You see this confirm. Confirm also takes, okay, you see the function confirms, it also shows a modal window with a question. And then on that question, two buttons just like this, the okay or the cancel. So it's going to show two options like this, okay and cancel. So once you press this okay, that means the result will say it is true. And once you press this cancel, it's going to say it is false. So it's going to say it is false. Let's try some example. So it says welcome none. So none because I didn't include my name. I said cancel. Cancel means false, like I didn't put any information there. So it says welcome none. But if I had say, okay, let me refresh. If I say this welcome none, but if I had pressed okay, it's just going to give me that value there, like welcome your full name. Yeah, that's what it's going to say. Let's try something here. Let's say um is female. We want to confirm gender of someone. Let's say it's female. Then we say confirm. By the time we move further into JavaScript very well, you're going to understand why you need to understand all of this. All of this. So it's female, and I want to say, are you a female? So that is what confirm does. So you just need to press OK or no. It is different from this, where you can, this one comes with an input where you can type in your something. So the argument you have here, the first one is the title, and the second one, which is the default, is an input. But for this one, the confirm, let me alert that. I want to alert is female. So this one, are you a female? So that is just it. It's not going to give you another option because we only have this one, only takes this one argument. It's not going to, it takes two parameters. So it's going to accept only one, what is it called? Only one argument in place of this. And it is either you say true or false. So if you say okay, so it's going to say alert true. And if you say false, let me try to restart it. So what is their name? Oh, the prompt is still there. So this one is saying as you a female. Once you say cancel, it means you are not. And it's going to bring the answer is going to be false. So all these can be used when we are dealing with conditional statement. Oh. So in summary, we covered just three browser-specific functions to interact with our website users. The first one is alert. We use alert to show a message. The second one is prompt. Prompt shows a message asking the user to input text. So it takes input from a user and it returns the text, or if cancel button, if the user picked the cancel button, it's going to be, the answer is going to be null, as we have practiced earlier and we have seen. Then for the confirm, confirm shows a message and wait for the user to press OK or cancel. If the user presses OK, it returns true. And if the user presses false, clicked on false, it returns cancel. All right, so that is just the little thing we have to learn now. Meet you in the next class. Take good care of yourself. Bye.